Looks like a big play is happening here, so I'm going to E and Chemtank now instantly. And I'm going for that ADC if I can. Big damage on him. Fall him through the turret, but I think we can finish that off. Now I still have Flash and my Smite to really get this guy. Just going to stun him, and then switch to my R and burn him down. Wow. Okay. Lollers, welcome to a Udyr jungle gameplay commentary here. I'm not a jungler, I'm not an Udyr main, so you guys are going to be learning this along with me, and it's going to be almost like a gameplay for dummies here. So we're just going to try and use very basic fundamentals and understanding of the champ in the jungle to try and have a big impact on this game. So when you're locking in this #1 ranked jungler right now in terms of win rate, what you're going to be looking to do is build that Chemtank, use an R max with an E max that follows to just zoom around the map and pick up camps and get great ganks off, and then basically just tank up. So to start, we are going to still pick up a Q first, I believe, is the strategy here. We're going to start on red buff, which means our first gank is going to be on the opposite side of the map. So on top side is probably where we're going to path for. I don't know optimal clears, and this could change as patches change, but what we're going to try and do basically here is kill this first camp. We're going to pick up R after this, and then basically try and full clear, leaving these stone monsters down there to themselves, and then we're going to just try and get a gank up on the top lane to start off the match. So you can see here I'm just maxing out my R. Hopefully the red buff lets you heal through this a little bit, and then you just want to try and burn through these camps using your R buff, and then maybe toss in the Q. I'm not actually sure on when you're supposed to switch between the Q and the R and the clears, so have fun experimenting with it. But again, what we're after here is just trying to clear out the camps as fast as we can and move towards the top side and get a gank off. Now, some matchups and some games you're going to have better opportunities to gank different lanes, so you don't always have to start red side or bot side of the map with your bot lane duo for the leash. You could start blue buff and maybe grab a little bit of farm like that. So here we're probably going to use a smite on this. We're just going to try and leash it a little bit and just rotate between our Q and our R to try and burn this down as fast as possible. When we finish, we're going to pick up a second point in R here. When we finish off this jungle creep right here, we're aiming to try and get the scuttle and then go right into a gank on top lane. Okay, so that's the strategy here. So we're just going to use some pots right now. Finish that off with a Q and R, and then we're going to start to move top side. I'm going to just use that vision cone here to see if anyone's on that side. I'm going to start to ping that I'm coming up here. I actually don't know if we win this with the amount of creeps that are here, especially because that guy just got caught by his E, so we're going to back off. We're going to try and get this scuttle, and then we'll go back up there and try and grab that gank. Or mid. Mid's obviously an option as well. So we're still just cycling through our Q and our R. As our fourth point, we're going to get a point in E, and then that'll help us with a gank. We do have smite still in case we need to smite this away from the jungler. Now that we have E, we can look for a gank. It looks like our top laner is already in a tough spot. I don't think he has E, so at least I can get some damage off on this guy here. So you just want to do that. I'm trying to dodge his abilities here. Looks like I got caught by that E somehow, still through the minions. So I'm just going to try and go now and recall. It's not the best gank there just because he caught that E. But if we can get a good recall off here, I think I need to kill this plant first. Get a good recall off, we'll be able to go affect another lane in a second here. So goals when you're playing Udyr, from what I understand about looking at this champ, is we're going to try and rush this Chemtank, right? So we're going to pick up a couple of health rubies there first. We're going to try and rush the Chemtank, and our goal is to get farm quick, get that item quick, and then try and gank a bunch of lanes and the winning lanes. Okay, if you're playing jungle, make sure you focus on lanes that are either winning or where there's good gank assist. So we're lucky in this case, every single lane has some form of crowd control, which means that we can, if we stun somebody, get someone to help with some follow-up stun, and then you can also have them maybe lead out with a stun, and then you can follow up with your stun. So the R max really lets you burn through these multi-camps really quick, and we'll actually try a quick gank here on mid lane. I am running that ward. It's not going to matter though, so I'm pressing my E, going to stun him, and I'm going straight into Phoenix form here, and we're just going to burn that guy down. So let me take down this camp, or sorry, this ward. And I prefer running the Oracle lens on pretty much any jungler right now in the moment, in the current metas, just with the gank heavy and trying to impact other lanes. So you really want to make sure you're clearing out vision and then maybe circling back around for gank. So here I think we have an opportunity to come in for a gank. They probably know I'm here. I can maybe kill this ward in time still. They do have one on the dragon, I believe, so I'm going to go pick up this rock camp here, and then I'm going to come back and kill, hopefully, somebody in the bot lane. So you want to just make sure you're maximizing your pathing. It's not going to be perfect, and of course my path in this game is far from perfect, but what we're looking for, again, is just some good fundamentals and keeping vision on the map, seeing which lanes are gankable, trying to work in some ganks to your pathing here and there, and then just try and burn through these camps really quick so you get that gold income. Okay, so again, we're maxing out that R, that Phoenix stance. So now we're going to try and come in for another gank here. Bot. These guys, I think, still have a ward. Okay, they still see me. It would have been great if Bard moved up a little bit there to help us with that gank. I'm just going to hang out here for another 3 or 4 seconds, and I'm going to wait for my Oracle Lens to come up. Yeah, so they do have a ward here. That's how they keep seeing us. So we'll kill that ward. I'm going to go check this other bush, and then these guys are going to be forced to play very safe after I take out these wards. Then I'm going to head back up to mid lane. The next big thing for me here is red buff, so I'm going to see if we can pick up a kill mid. Looks like he got it, so now I'm just going to prioritize my red buff, these chickens, and then maybe come back for this this dragon. The scuttle is coming up, so I'm actually just going to hang around and grab the scuttle. Our bot lane backed, so we do not have priority bot lane, which means I'm not going to be starting this dragon anytime soon. So we're just going to try and prioritize getting vision here. Burn this down nice and quick. And then we'll pick up our buffs and be ready for the dragon fight. So as you jungle, just again, kind of take a look through your lane matchup. So it looks like, you know, right now our top lane is having a bit of a tough time into Illoi, which is expected, right? To Nasus early game into Illoi, which is kind of a lane bully, so that's fine. And then our mid lane, I believe, is doing pretty good right now, so up in farm and up in kills. That means that that's a lane that we want to focus as the game progresses. And then our bot lane is kind of just about even. Nothing crazy has been going on there. That one gank attempt that I did have in the bot lane, I noticed that our Bard did not step up to try and secure... Oh, who took that? Oh, it's not up yet. Or did not step up to try and secure a kill, so I'm just kind of hesitant of spending too much time trying to gank for bot lane. I'm just going to quickly check this area again for any wards. I'm going to check Dragon for wards, and then I'm going to call for some assistance here. I think with our Vigo being able to come down, we should be okay to clear this out really fast. I do have Smite at 510 damage, so I'm just keeping an eye on the Dragon to see when I'm going to be ready to use that Smite. Just want to make sure you hover over that and be ready. And now I'm going to look for potentially a gank on the mid lane here, or maybe even an invade onto this guy's jungle, since I'm so strong right now and we do have priority in the bottom side of the map. So he's not here. I'm also confident if I run into Yi at this point, because he doesn't have any kills, I can probably either kill him or just walk away. So I'm comfortable to try and stay in his jungle for a little bit and take this. Now bot's pushed up, so we are going to path there right after we grab this blue buff. Vigo's coming down. I just want to make sure I secure this buff here. So this is kind of like a fork in the road decision. I could have just went and tried to gank bot while they were pushed up, or I could try and make sure I secure the blue buff here and steal from him in the camp. So now we're going to head down here. It looks like Galio's coming down. That should be fine. I actually have flash. I'm just going to flash E and start to beat on her. I think I win this matchup against Galio here just because of my double buffs. I'm just worried if E comes down from nowhere. So if this guy stays, I can rush onto him here pretty easily. I just got to make sure I dodge the knockup. They're playing pretty aggressive onto me here. If I had my flash still, I could flash right onto that. Okay, took out his shield. I think I can try and get a kill here. Yeah. So only put 1 point in W early. That's just going to help you with a little bit of a shield in certain situations, and then it's going to help you beef up a little bit if you want to use it for some lifesteal and some minions like that in certain situations. But right now, again, I'm just clearing this river of wards. I'm really focusing on the bot side of the map. Bot and mid are my 2 lanes that I'm going to be ganking, so I'm just trying to make sure I clear out as much vision as I can and always hang out and be a threat in these lanes. So So again, I can invade here, bot's missing, mid has prio. That's when you want to look for the invade. When those two situations are being met, you would not look for this invade unless you were severely stronger than the enemy jungler and could 1v2 otherwise. So this being in only one side of the map, the south side, let's say, like below mid lane, would be called vertical jungling. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're really just staying vertical with our approach. We're farming his jungle, we're farming our jungle. I think I'll be able to get a gank off here. Okay, so you have to burn flash to get out of that. That's good. I'm finally going to path up towards top now. And I'm going to start looking for Yi or taking his farms up here. I could recall. I have 2,400 gold. I just like the flow right now of what's going on. So I'm just looking to see if he's got any camps. I suspect he's probably about to gank top because everything's missing from here, or I might run into him. Could get a gank off here on top lane, so I'm just going to start pinging that I'm on my way. Sometimes you need to give your top laners a very big heads up that you're on the way. Try and dodge out his E. Could not dodge out the E. I think we can get some good damage on him though, and now just walk back. That should help out our Nasus in lane, at least calm that guy down a little bit. And now I can actually path towards my bot jungle. I don't need to recall quite yet. I want to just make sure I pick up this bot jungle, and then if he's in here, maybe find him. If not, just pick it up and then go back and buy my full Chemtank. So we're maxing out that E second. Remember, you want to be able to chase people down. It's very unfortunate. So E was top. He was just doing his camp up there and then rotated in for the gank, so that's fine. Pick this up really, really quick, and then again I'm just going to go back to prioritizing that bot and mid lane ganks and farming. So that should be enough gold, yeah, to buy the Chemtank, so we're going to get that, and we're going to pick up some boots. It's going to make us nice and fast right now. Now, boots, you can do a bunch of different things, obviously, in the shop here. It recommends. There's a lot of auto attack and some slows in this team, so you really can pick up any pair of boots. I want to still see who's going to be more effective in this game, so right now I'm just going to pick up that, and then I think we'll rush into a dead man's. So you're going to have to go to the tank area, pick up the dead man's, and then we're going to pick up a part of that item, okay? I'm going to go back to focusing in bot and mid. So Bard with his ult now, if he uses it correctly, we can easily get some kills bot if he ults at the right time and just freezes them while I can Chemtank in. I'm going to pick up red buff first just to make sure I can get some good damage off and have extra burn on this gank, and then dragon's also coming up. So if possible, obviously, and drags are up, you want to make sure you're prioritizing that side of the map, and it just helps in this case that both those lanes are the appropriate lanes that we want to be focusing on. So I'm coming down here. They already have a red ward in that bush. That's perfect. I see E coming from the river, but honestly, that's going to be fine if he shows up. 3v3 here, I think we win. I'm going to pop a potion already. I'm going to Chemtank in and just stun her. I'm going to also stun him. I'm just trying to get max stuns off on as many people as I can. Now I'm going to put some damage out with my stance. And then there we go. Cleaned it up, okay? So just make sure when you're ganking, the E doesn't have a cooldown in terms of if you use it on different champs. So you want to make sure, especially if you're ganking a lane with two champs and they're right next to each other, just stun both, right? Like, don't just use your stun on one and then stop from there. So Vigo's doing a great job mid. That means we have the ability now to start taking this dragon. We have prio mid, which means that he could move first, and we also have prio bot because we just got that gank off and pushed it in. So Yi's here, so we're instantly going to turn our attention to him, and now I'm going to back off towards Vigo so he can start to kill him. I'm going to use my W, smite, and try and R him. I'm going to try and heal up off this dragon, and there we go, perfect. Okay, so that is really important there to make sure you understand that if it's close to the dragon like that, you don't want to try and get into a smite war if you can help it, especially when you have numbers. That time it was a 2v1 versus Yi, so it's really important that you don't just keep focusing the dragon and give Yi a chance to outsmite it. The dragon still had plenty of health that he wouldn't be able to outsmite it, so you just instantly turn and put your attention onto the jungler if you can kill him and burn him down first, and then go back to the dragon. Too many times I see a lot of people mess that up where they think, okay, well, I'll just rush the dragon because I already started it. Just chill out, relax, make sure you get the kill on their jungler first, and then 100% secure the dragon. If you have a chance to 100% secure it, don't leave them an opportunity to try and do anything with that dragon. So we have Chemtank up, we have E up, we have Flash, we have Slowing Smite, we can do a lot of stuff here. He just warded that bush. I don't think it's going to matter though. Popping the Chemtank, we put the stun on him. Now we're just going to switch to our R and start pumping out R damage, and that should be the end for him. Okay, now, because we helped push that wave in here, we're going to have nice prio on this top side rift, so I'm going to start pinging for him to come up here. He can still get first turret off that, so he can probably just do that if he wanted to. If there was plates there still, he should definitely stay into it. But I think in this case here, there's no plates left. We can secure this objective here and just take it away from their Yi if he was going to try and use this as an opportunity to grab first turret or something like that. So hopefully it gives us this to pick up, because we are going to have about 2,000 gold, which means that we can use this for a bit of a fast back, and we're going to be a little bit mobile around the map compared to him. Likely he's just going to be sitting mid lane here. So again, that kind of depends on who should pick up the rift on your team. If they're going to use it to pick up plates, if they're going to use it to back quickly and get back to lane if they have a big chunk of gold. I know he's going to want to stay and try and pick that up, so we're just going to use the rift ourselves here. Likely bot lane. So after I pick up this camp, I'm just going to check to see which lane looks good to gank. I'm thinking about going to mid before I recall, just because they wouldn't expect me to still be up after we pick it. So I'm just going to quickly check up here to see if we can use the rift to knock this turret down. And if we do and grab a kill on him, this could equal to 2 or 3 turrets. So I'm going to just come around the backside here. I have my Chemtank up again, which is going to give me a really strong engage. It looks like this wave is pushed, so I think we can just rift this and then keep going. So let's just pop the rift here. If he stays, he's going to die. So I actually don't want to engage too hard here. I took a lot of tanks off his taunt, but that's fine. So now we're going to pop the Chemtank. Okay, try and get him stalled out there. Just going to try and help push this wave in. I can't really go any further right now, so I'm just going to go back and pick up my blue. And then I'm going to get out of here. Just scanning for wards to see if he's going to follow me all the way in, if he had vision of me. Doesn't look like he does. We're going to heal up nicely off this. I'm going to just get away from that side of the wall in case he eases through it or something. Perfect, beauty. Okay, so we got a lot of gold again here, and then our red side's coming up, Scuttle's coming up, and Dragon's coming up in 130, so we're going to prioritize that bot side of the map again. Okay, got that. Now we can still wait to make a decision on our boots based on how the game's going. You do usually want to get speed with Udyr pretty quick just because of the ganking prowess, so if you have more mood speed is obviously huge. But in this case, our Turbo Chemtank is actually serving us quite well with the E movement speed that we have. So we'll pick up this red buff, maybe clear out a little bit more of our jungle, and then get ready for a big play around Dragon, bot or mid. When you take out a mid turret like that, this champ has to step so far up now to try and secure farm. So that means that if you can set up vision or clear vision with your Oracle lens around the mid lane, you're going to have a really good chance steamrolling even further and picking up more kills. So like here, we're just going to get on this guy right now. He's not going to be able to get away. We can just stun him over and over and over again. And just pick up an easy kill. Now we can shove this wave out. We should probably put some damage on that turret. But again, when this is down, then they lose vision and you have Oracle Lens. We can start to really get into their jungle and get behind people and make some big plays. You can see their bot lane is starting to move up, but we're about to clear out all this vision and take his CS and farm and just put E further back, right? You want to make sure that if you have opportunities to set that enemy jungler back, you do that. Okay, maxing out that E second. We got some good move speed. I'm checking Dragon with that to see if there's any wards. And I'm going to use this blast cone so they can't come over. So they do have a ward in that bush. It looks like a big play is happening here. So I'm going to E and Chemtank now instantly. And I'm going for that ADC if I can. Big damage on him. Follow him through the turret, but I think we can finish that off. Now I still have Flash and my smite to really get this guy. I'm just going to stun him, then switch to my R and burn him down. Okay, so that should be another dragon. We've got 3 dragons essentially by the 20-minute mark, so this is going really, really good. So again, just R'ing through this. Looks like Vigo's keeping them preoccupied top. I would imagine we're going to get an FF from them soon, just based on how this is going. Keeping an eye on our smite, it's at 720, so again, we're just getting ready to use that smite at 720. There we go. We can pick up the scuttle for extra vision, and then I'm going to look to, again, because we have prio mid with a wave pushing, and our bot lane just got some kills, I'm going to sneak in here really quick and see if I can steal this blue buff. Now at this point, because even our mid lane is missing and our bot just recalled, I feel confident getting this. I just cleared vision in here before my bot gank. There's no reason why they would come down here because we just cleared the dragon out. And I'm actually pretty far ahead now with 2 full items that even if Yi showed up or 2v1 showed up, I feel confident that I could at least get out. Maybe not get both kills, but at least get out. So you can see with the R max, you can just push waves really quick. So you actually have some good versatility with Udyr when you're playing him. You can be split pushing if you want, if they're just not showing in certain areas. You can still have that massive gank prowess with your E and the Turbo Chemtank, so just really good stuff. So here again, we can just turbo right onto this guy. I'm going to just stun Yi 2, and then I'm going to start to back away now and just see how this fight develops, because right now it's still 2v1. So I'm going to just stun him so he can't keep putting damage on, but now again I want to back away. I don't want to keep fighting in this, because it's not an advantageous fight. Vigo's joined the fight now, so now we can definitely keep going. And I could probably turret dive at this point. With my items, I'm super tanky. So he might not expect me just to E him here, but I'm just going to E him, I'm going to switch to my W, and then I'm going to run out and let my team maybe follow up on the damage. Yi is here, he really can't do anything even if he shows up. So in this situation, there's nothing else we can push mid. She's got pretty good wave clear, so we're not really going to do too much here. I might be able to loop around and get a gank off, but they're leaving mid, so what I want to do now is, again, just keep pushing waves in, keep my gold income coming, and then if I can, steal farm from his jungle. Everything's down in his top side. I don't suspect they would come for me just because everything's down, but I am the most pushed up, so I just need to keep an eye. If anyone comes for me, my Turbo Chemtank's down, and I do not have that big of an escape if a bunch of people come and hard CC me right now. So here he is, I'm using my W, I'm going to use my E now just to get away. I think we're out of distance for that pull that he's going to use on us. And then we'll just get ready to maybe make a big play mid here if Galio starts to push up. Again, they've lost 2 turrets mid now, so we have really, really good pressure on that mid lane. He's also going to be pushing up a little bit crazy. We're above him in level. I can at least put some damage on. I might not be able to kill him, but I can at least put some damage on. So when he uses that ult, you're just going to leave. I'm going to flash here. Couldn't really get away from this. I'm going to try and Turbo Chemtank and just keep E and W in away right now, and we're going to be able to get away. So it was a pretty key flash there just to make sure we got out, but drawing all that pressure to top lane and getting out is key, because now these guys are going to be able to basically get bought for free. Nasus is pushing there, and they used everything on me on that one push, which means that we can definitely kill this guy right now. So I'm just trying to stay behind my minions so that he can't E me before I stun him. And now Vigo can take over. I'm just going to come in with my R damage too. So really, really easy right now with how the movements are going, and it should be this easy for you guys too, as long as you just follow some basic fundamentals. You look for lanes that are gankable, and you don't overextend into situations that are not favorable for your champion. We're just basically playing around Udyr's kit at a very simple level right now. Okay, so Yi's here, so I want to make sure I do not get stunned. I can't really get away from that. He had his ult up, and then I was trying to dodge a Seraphine ult, so that was a tough situation. I was not expecting them both to be up there. We weren't pushed up the turret. There was no red buff for him to really grab up there. I don't believe he had it when we died. Oh, he did? No, he didn't. That was his smite. Oh, he did have red buff. Okay, so I guess that's why he was there. I should have kept a better eye, but, you know, mistakes will happen. Just try your best to minimize going into spots like that where they can collapse on you, right? We did also have almost 3,000 gold, so a back there could have been a good idea. Now boots, I am just going to pick up Swifties here. I feel like just the extra move speed is going to be pretty amazing. In terms of recommended items, it's saying that we should potentially go the Thornmail to reduce healing, or we can go Force of Nature. I'm going to go the Thornmail because I want to reduce some healing and get a little tankier for my team. I feel like we have the Vigo and the Bard for a little bit more damage from the mid and bot than we normally have with like an engage or tank support, so I'm going to go a little bit tankier this game. I could try and push these guys off or engage on somebody here. I'm gonna just E him. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Good ult, good ult, good ult. Okay, so that LOI damage is actually through the roof. I have a couple options here. I can stay mid. I could push top and try and draw some pressure, or maybe re-gank mid if they keep pushing. That dragon is also up, so I'd love to be able to grab the soul, but it's probably not going to be doable unless we get some kills off of here. So I'm getting ready to flank this if I can. A bunch of people are low. I'm going to pop the Turbo Chemtank and E him. I need to run away now because Galio came in from the bot side. Good flash. I just need to be careful. We're going to just let our Ezreal do some work here. I see E going for my red. I think we can still kill him. He's only level 13 and we have some damage right now. So if he steps up, I'm just going to try and get a quick stun on him. Okay, he's not doing it. So this part of the mid game is really important in terms of how you play, because letting them get a dragon is not a huge deal, but if we got like sweeped as a 5-man team there and then they get like that next turret down and get to our inhib turret, that would be just compounding the problem. So just try and, you know, sometimes bad plays are going to happen. You want to make sure you minimize them. I have double buffs, so I feel pretty confident I can go on to this guy here. We're going to go straight into R form. He still has his ult. I think we should still be able to catch him here. Okay, he got too far and we pulled the Galio ult, so that's great. I do not want to get eaten too hard. If I can tank for this Ezreal though, we should be okay here. I don't think they had a ward in here, so yeah, let's go, let's go. He should be dead here. Just getting ready to stun him again with my E. She left, so that means that we got that kill successfully. We can probably push bot now. Ezreal's over here, so I'm just almost going to bodyguard for Ezreal. I'm going to do it from this side here in case anybody shows up. Oh yeah, here we go. So sometimes you just want to play around. See, like with your E as Udyr, just move in and out, see what they're going to do. Unless you're going to actually assassinate someone in there, I probably wasn't going to kill anyone. Just dance with them a little bit. See what they're going to play like, if they're going to throw any ults at you. It was the same when I was trying to turret dive that E. You know, I wasn't just going to hard commit and just run in no matter what, because then I would have got ulted by Galio. So I was just kind of teasing back and forth like this and just seeing what they wanted to do. I can turret dive this guy if he stays, but I need to instead try and tank for my Ezreal, who's left me. So we're just trying to run out as fast as we can. You'd be surprised how tanky and elusive you can be with your W and your E. So I'm just going to try and heal up off this. Looks like we won't be able to because these guys are pushing too much. I do have a bunch of stuns though. I'm going for the support because I want to try and wipe her off the map first. I'm just slamming E right now on my keyboard and W to try and heal up. If anybody comes in here, I can tank for my team pretty easily. So here, we could definitely look to turret dive. It looks like we can just take this turret anyway. I'm using my W to get a little bit more healing up while we're just pushing away mindlessly with the team, trying to make sure I get enough health here to get ready to dive if anyone's here. If someone shows up right now, I will probably dive them. I have almost a full health bar and almost 3 tank items, so do not let the game stall out because you're afraid to go in and dive. As a tank, right? You want to make sure you accelerate the game while you're ahead. That's exactly what we're doing here. Okay, now we're going to start to back out because I don't want to draw 3-4 ults. Okay, so 2200 gold. This is a good opportunity that if we either pick up a couple more kills here or get another couple pushes in, we might be able to sneak a quick Baron. I'm also going to look to steal all of his jungle right now before I back. Again, I want to just maximize how ahead we are. When you have a chance to steal his jungle essentially for free, do not give that opportunity away. Try and take away as much resources as you can from him. So I can use smite as well here to smite this away. I just need to be careful that I don't die for this. I really hope I don't die for this. The blast cone was up, which gave me a really good escape path. They are tilted that I took that away from them. I took his whole jungle, basically. I'm going to just pop that to see if anyone's following us. I don't think we can Baron on our own, unfortunately. So we're going to just go back, buy this fully, and then let's get a Force of Nature just to cover off a little bit of ability power and magic resist here. Dragon is also coming up. So in your games, I would say this, especially if you're, I don't know, platinum or below, probably prioritize dragons over barons at this point in the game. If you get a baron, the teammates that you're going to have are not going to understand how to actually use baron. The baron buff itself is not a team fighting buff in any sense. It's a pushing buff. It's an objective buff that helps you take waves and towers fast if your team's pushing everything in together as a team, either in one lane or in all 3 lanes. And it's very, very rare for a bunch of randoms in low elo games to understand how to push with Baron effectively. So just prioritize dragons in this situation, especially if it's something like... I think we can just burn this guy down here. I don't even think he can kill through this. Oh, we might die. I'm going to have to flash out. I just need to stay alive here because dragon buff, basically, right? Okay, we can still make a big play here. Okay, so we burned a couple flashes. That's good. We burned more ults on us. I need to help Vigo here. I need to help Vigo. Somebody needs to help me. Don't die! Okay, we're gonna have to go back here. I do have smite, so I can potentially heal up off of the red buff here, so I don't have to go back quite yet. They have no ults. Everybody used ults, so if I can heal up off of this... And there's a blast cone. There's not a blast cone. They're going to lose a Nexus tower, though. Well, there is a blast cone. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to have to dance here. Could not. There's too much slows. I was trying to see if I could get to the Seraphine, but I couldn't. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate play there. A couple of our teammates died in that early engage when I didn't think it was going to be that dangerous. And then we just barely missed that blast cone over steal that dragon. I didn't think there was a blast cone there, so I was just going to get my red. For some reason it didn't show on the mini-map as being spawned. But we could have easily stolen that because Master Yi is only level 15, we're 16. That means our smite is going to deal more damage than his. And 900 true damage, so we could have easily stunned him and stole that dragon if we knew that blast cone was up. Not to worry though, we're still in a really good spot in this game. So here, we are going to now, because Baron is the next big objective up, we're going to focus top side of the map. Okay, there's no point in me going down to the bot side to pick these up. Our whole team's top, Baron's up, Scuttle's up. We can still easily win a big team fight up here. We're still 3 dragons to their 2 dragons. So you just want to make sure you're prioritizing the right sides of the map. Okay, this is a basic thing to do as a jungler. Even if you're new to jungle, do not go to the wrong sides of the map at certain parts of the game. If we were trying to split push bot and we had TP and we were top laner, we could go up there. Someone just placed the ward here. Okay, here's Illowai. We want to make sure we don't die here. As a jungler, we do not want to die before this buff. So we're just trying to see what develops here. We have Chemtech. We just got a kill. I can potentially stall her out here if she's not with a team member. She is, so now I'm just dancing away, right? Just dancing away, seeing what shows up here. We still don't really want to fight this as long as Illowai has ult. So I'm just trying to chill right now. Now I come in. I don't think we're going to make it out of this one. Yeah, we're not going to make it out of that. Yi is now starting to pop off, so we're going to have to focus him first, right? Right now, I think our team is trying to focus down the Illowai before he can really ult and get a bunch of damage off. Let's see what Nasus can do here. One more Q. Not enough for the healing now. Seraphine. So these two right here, Yi and Seraphine, are going to be our priority targets in any future fights. Okay, we're going to make sure we take either one of those targets down first. Now, I was trying to take Seraphine down at the start of that fight there because I knew she was a priority target. Unfortunately, we couldn't really finish her off before Galio and Illowai came to her aid, but that's what that Turbo Chemtank and the E was to look for, to see if we could burn her down quick. So now with Baron up, with our Nasus having TP, what would be great is if he was pushing bot lane, because right now more than one person has to go to stop Nasus, or he can get into inhibs and take them with his Q, and then he could TP to us at the Baron if we needed him. So that would be the basic idea of the split push here. If you had a Nasus on your team who was running teleport and had it available, you'd look to see if you could get that teleport off. Now Yi's backing, I can see him backing, so I actually want to try and see if I can bring my team to start this Baron with me, but Nasus is AFK. So we're just going to try and clear out vision around the pit right now. These guys are all running bot. I don't think that's the right play. Nasus should just go bot and take it himself. I'm just trying to clear any vision around this Baron right now. Pick up this Scuttle Crab while it's up. Again, I could go on her, but last time it didn't work out so hot, so I'm just going to have to give her a little bit of credit, knowing that if she's around, probably 2 or 3 other people are with her. But I might be able to get it. Okay, so he just ulted. I'm looking for Seraphine here. They all turned on me, so I just need to run right now. So again, see how we're just kind of flanking and then pulling people off onto us? We don't really want to just front to back fight as Udyr with Chemtank and stuns. If I can pull some pressure off, that would be better. Dragon's also spawning here, so I don't want to be the one to die. There's lots of ults on the team that can catch us, but I'm prioritizing Yi and their ADC. Now, you can see here what I'm doing. I don't have an intention to go in, but I'm just keeping Yi's attention onto me here. Now I'm switching to the Seraphine, kill her, and now I'm going to focus to the Yi. Okay? Stun him. There we go, perfect. So try and make sure you play fights that way if you can. We didn't really frontline there specifically because with Dragon or Baron up, it is my job as a jungler to keep Smite alive on this team. Even though I'm the tankiest and can engage, I'm choosing to engage from angles that are a little bit safer for me and not running right into 5 people and drawing out a Seraphine ult and then getting burned down. So I was strictly just looking to try and pull Yi's, Seraphine's eyeballs away from the main fight there, keep them on me, and then let my team clean up that fight. Now, we could go and Baron off this. These guys are already started Baron. Again, I always think getting the Dragon Soul especially is more worth than Baron in low elo games. So, as a jungler, you get to determine which objective you want to prioritize, and the team will usually follow you. So just make sure you do that. Okay, we don't need to back quite yet, I don't think, because there's still some stuff in his jungle here we want to pick up. And there's the FF.